Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. Please don't forget to like our video and also please drop a comment. Thank you. Good evening, ma. Please, I want to share my story and humbly solicit for your counsel. I met my husband through his elder brother and wife because I was friends with them. I was 20 years old at that time. I just got into nursing school, yet to write the exam written after first 6 months, in which one's performance will determine if one will continue or not. At that time, if you get pregnant at that stage, you won't be allowed to continue. I got pregnant, we got married 2013, but I wasn't allowed to continue schooling because it was the school rule. He promised to allow me finish school after giving birth. After the wedding, we moved from where we lived in town to the village house. The reason was that his mom wasn't feeling too well and needed someone close to her. The story is already changing. They just got married and they are already moving away from where they are staying. My husband would leave the house and return very late, 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Sometimes you won't see him in 3 days with no explanation. And when I tried to reach out to him, he did want me not to monitor him. I was more like a woman married into the family rather than a wife. I did everything wholeheartedly. I gave birth to my first child and son in 2014. I started aiming to go back to school, but my husband was intentionally working against my efforts. Hey, God, I beg, waiting can be this one again. Hey. I would sit for exams and gain admissions. He would say he now wants me to study medicine instead of nursing. Until when he told me openly that I won't go back to school again until I am done with childbirth. Wahala, wahala. I say wahala where Koikoshi come outside though. I was heartbroken because this wasn't what he promised me. He excommunicated me from friends because he would break my SIM card and even family. Hey, I became a loner and was gradually losing myself. I never got money for upkeep because most of the times it was his mom who would provide food items we cook together and eat. No means to even save up because there was nothing like giving me money to go to the market and stock the house. I had to start cultivating during farming season to realize money to at least take care of myself. Note, my husband was into clothing business and he was comfortable, and he was also getting rent from properties owned by his family. He also graduated to hitting me when I asked questions about him not being responsible for his family and stayed away from home. This continued till 26 when I took him for my daughter. Wow. With all that is going on, they are still I don't even know. Note, my husband was into clothing. Okay, he also graduated to hitting me when I asked questions about him not being responsible for his family and staying away from home. This continued till 2016 when I took him for my daughter. I went through a lot of stress and finally gave birth to her in April 2017. My daughter was born with holes in the heart. After the delivery, which almost took my life and my daughter stay in neonate ICU and the holes were diagnosed. My husband became worse. There was nothing he didn't tell me, that it was my fault I birthed a sick child, that I am not woman enough to carry and birth a child that even 14 years old adolescents do. After the first 6 weeks of birth, my daughter had health crisis which took us back to the hospital, and I was in from one hospital to another till 3rd August when the heart surgery was done. PDA ligation. The period of stay in the hospital was terrible. My husband visited sparingly and the expenses he did 20%, while he kept telling people he was spending millions. On the day of my daughter's surgery, he didn't show up for the 12 hours, even days before, but that experience made me decide to sit up and save myself. Due to the complication of the heart issues, my daughter had delayed milestones and is a special needs child. My mom-in-law died during my admission with my daughter that same year, so we moved to town. My husband continued treating me badly, accusing me of bringing bad luck to him and betting a special child. He continued his attitude of not giving me money for upkeep, knowing fully well that a special needs child require extra care and medical assistance. I had to start online business of drop shipping and also learned skills like making headgears, throw pillows, disinfectants, and antiseptics, and eventually mini importation, which was how I started making money online. Smart woman. It's good to marry someone who is smart, sha. I had important groups, importation groups, online classes where I teach people the skills I learned and was still drop shipping. This was the only way because leaving the house was not entirely easy because I had my kids to take care of, especially my daughter. My husband graduated to having affairs and still spend speaking with these women in my presence. WhatsApp video calls when he's at home. At this point, he was now telling me to leave his house, that marriage is not by force. He practically complained about everything. I tried to still do house chores without any help, but nothing I did was good enough. My mini importation business was doing well till 2019 when we imported with another lady in Lagos, and most items were not completely delivered. I went into debt and people started coming to our house for their refunds. This was the darkest phase of my life. Oh, after she must have gone through a lot and then she started trying to help herself. This one can't happen too. Omo, e no easy o. E no easy at all. I lost my mom to kidney failure same year, and my husband for once never assisted me in any of this, down to my mother's sickness and burial. Same man I lived with his mom, drove her from Enugu to Imo for treatment several times, didn't let me use his car to drive my mom to the hospital. Didn't contribute 1 naira to my mom's treatment. Now wow. The bur to Didn't contribute 1 naira to my mom's burial. The cloth he wore to my mom's burial, I made it myself, and his brother was begging him to wear it. Hey, my husband was going around saying that I duped people. I had to single-handedly start clearing the debt on me gradually. The last incident that ended everything was the day he came home after 3 days of staying out of the house with no explanation, only for him to start hitting me, and I had to fight back. He threw my things out. I moved to the village house with my keys. He came to the village house to still throw us out. My people invited him and he didn't show up. Uncle was already tired of the marriage. He said it, sha. Since 2019 till date, I have been the one feeding for my special needs daughter and my son. I had to get trained as an industrial cleaner and I am back in nursing school. We write my promotion exam to final year next month. I have tried appealing to him to support me in taking care of the kids, but he totally ignores me. I invited him when the process of my son's surgery in August 2023 started, until the surgery was done and he never showed up. My kids are in my parents' house with my dad and siblings because I can't afford an apartment in town, and going to school from my parents' house will cost me a lot. But I need to stay with them so I can care for them, especially my daughter. Please, I need help on how to make him contribute towards the children's welfare. I am overwhelmed. Please, oh, if you have any idea on what this mama should do about the situation, please leave a comment. Would like to know what you think and how you think she should handle this case. And also, please like our video. Thank you and God bless you.